families, 662 million, 3 million, almost 3.5 million men enrolled total. Number of people directly benefited from the enrollees' checks, 12 to 15 million, money immediately into the economy. Value of the work in 1942 dollars, $2 billion. Probably today that would be about 100. I don't know what a lot. The average enrollee was 18 to 19 years old, 147 pounds, 5 feet 8 1/4 inches tall. I used to be 5'8" 1/4 inches tall. Now I'm a midget. It's a joke. Next slide. They performed 300 possible types of work projects within 10 classifications. I don't have to read those for you. You can see the different classifications. Big were forest protection, fire prevention. They were actually, it doesn't say here, but big in fisheries. I know that's important in Sri Lanka. Flood control, erosion control. They built not just foot trails, but they built major roads that are still in service today. Next slide. They kept good statistics. Look at this. Average weight gain, 11.5 pounds. This was they taught 40,000 people how to read. Back in the 30s, we had an illiteracy problem in my country. They taught 40,000 people how to read and write. They were all over in 50 of the United States and in all of our territories except Somalia. Highest elevation of a camp, 500 camps, or 4,500 camps. Highest elevation, 9,200 feet. Lowest elevation, below sea level. Just some statistics. They taught, during the CCC experience, participants could learn very many different business skills. Here they're learning how to type. I don't know if anyone in here knows what a typewriter is. They learn how to type. They learn basic engineering, surveying, all different types of job skills that were instrumental in helping the United States during World War II. Next slide. 125,000 miles of road, 89,000 miles of telephone lines. You don't need those anymore. Everybody has a cell phone. Most of you have two. These are just a sort of a menu of what was achieved in a 10-year period. Next slide. Farmland benefited, stream and lake protection, range revegetation. It was not always safe. They lost 29 CCC members in forest fires. Mosquito control, look at that, 248,000 acres. I noticed that in Sri Lanka there's a dengue fever problem. How many in here have had dengue fever? Raise your hand. I'm the only person here that's had dengue fever? I don't believe it. You're kidding. I'm the only person here that's had dengue fever? Oh, please, one more person. There he is, right there. Trust me, you don't want it. The only good thing about dengue fever is that once you get it and you survive, you'll never get it again. All right. And fish? Okay, next slide. Numbers, trees planted, I mean, it was quite a success. And their unofficial motto was, the CCT, we can take it. It was hard work. It was hard work. Next slide. And it was run by, not all positive. Not all positive. African Americans in my country participated in the program. They were given the same pay, the same benefits, did the same hard work. But the camps were segregated. Not a proud moment in my history, my country's history. Also, they tried briefly to have women in the program in probably because of the nature of the work. I'm not sure. Again, not a positive feature of the program. Next slide. What I want to emphasize is that this was a military operation, non-lethal military operation conducted over a 10-year period with very beneficial results, not just for the country, but for the participants in the program and for the United States Army. Had it not been for this program, the United States Army would not have a trained NCO corps that was available for World War II. Now, I'm not advocating a CCC program to keep your military trained. I'm just saying that there were benefits, particularly in the United States, for this program. All right? Next slide. Some final thoughts. In my view, a national military service can have a profound effect on national unity. African Americans in my country benefited from being allowed to be in the United States Army after 1950. It was an organization that offered almost immediate equality for rank, for position, for training, for education. I'm a firm believer in the national military being the common denominator for national unity. Dealing with the youth bulge problem is not just a Sri Lankan situation. It's a worldwide, particularly in the developing world, situation that we are going to have to deal with. And it really is about the economy. I think it's more about the economy. If people are working and they can sustain their families, they are much less likely to get involved in extraneous activity. So I do believe it's about the economy. And if I could make one word of advice to this group, as far as what you do with your development dollars, is, and I'm not saying that because there's two women here, give it to women. In rural areas, even in remote areas, villages, even in cities, if you give women, small capital, small grants, they will capitalize business. They will start a productive business. They will hire people for that business, and it will prosper. We have tons of data that prove this. If you give men money, somebody say it for me. No. You know what I mean? They'll spend it. My view. All right. Next slide. I show this slide with some amount of pride. The United States has helped support Sri Lanka. This picture was taken on January 4th, 2005. On January 5th, 2005, I happened to be in the Oval Office with President Bush for a half hour of private time. And I can tell you for a fact that the tsunami and the effects of the tsunami and helping countries that were affected by the tsunami was very much on his mind. And he was very proud of the fact that the day before he gave former President Clinton and his dad, former President Bush, and he made them co-chairs of the United States tsunami relief effort. Next slide. think I did it in just about the right time. You've been a great audience. Thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to talk